We're going to talk about the heart. I want you to understand why. The heart in the Bible, 1,000 times. 1,000 times. Think about that. Why is the heart talked about 1,000 times? I'm going to tell you why. The moment that you were conceived, you left the Father, you came down here, and your heart started beating in your mom's womb. That very heartbeat has been trying to get back to its original owner. Every parent thinks that once they have a kid, that it's theirs. I'm here to tell every parent they're not yours. I'm sorry to have to tell you that. Everything that's here belongs to God, even your children. You're just the host who He blessed you with bringing them forward and being guardians over them. But they're His children. So now knowing that, get past that. That heart is trying to get back to the Father. There's a hole there. And the reason why there's a hole there is because it's missing and it's aching. And it just wants to get back to the original owner, which is Abba. And it cries out. And this is the reason why God woos us. He woos us because He knows He's missing a part. You. He's missing you. He's calling you in. He's wooing you. He's wooing you. Even when you go so far away and you think you can't be reached, our Father will go down to hell to bring you out. There is no place that our Father won't go to get you. I'm here to tell you, the one thing that I grew up with, that I sung every Sunday, was the Lord's Prayer. When I'm in my deepest moment, when I'm in the deepest scrapping with Satan, walked away from God, you know what comes to my mind? The Lord's Prayer. You know why? Because that prayer has everything you need in it. And you know who said it? Jesus. It's not missing anything. It's the biggest love prayer of all. When you sing it, baby, there is a vibration that sets out the world. From heaven to earth shakes when you sing that song. That vibration is the same vibration that took the walls of Jericho down, baby. It is that vibration. The problem is a lot of us don't know the song. A lot of us skip over that and don't even go. A lot of us don't even know. Do you realize a lot of us don't even know the Lord's Prayer? And a lot of Christians don't even know that Jesus is the one who gave it to us. That's what I'm talking about, the heart. He woos us. He woos us. He wooed me even when I'm inside in my music career and I'm hanging out with demons and singing about the devil, and I walk outside and I can see a lonely person and I can go over to that person and say, hey, God is with you. Remember, just left a room full of demons singing about Satan. I'm going outside to talk about God. Because see, that prayer was so deep in me, so rooted, not even Satan can stand a chance. That's what God says. I left God. God never left me. Remember that. His love for us is so deep. I want you to think about this. This is how deep His love goes. That He was willing to leave heaven, come down into the flesh, to be separated from Himself. Think about that. As God was watching His Son being mocked and ridiculed, chased and beaten, He said nothing because He knew. When He was being beaten, and see, people forgot this part. They said His body was unrecognizable, which means you can probably see His rib cage to His heart. Unrecognizable? Yeah. And you know what? You know who was watching that? His mother. His mother watched it. John watched it. And then he hung on the cross, nails. They watched that. God watched his son himself. And only for a second was he separated. You have no idea how God must have felt being separated for that second. And if you remember correctly, everything shook. There was blood upon the rocks, blood upon the hills, blood up in the streets, blood up in the alley. There was blood everywhere. I mean, it was just, yeah, baby, it was coming because God was angry. And then he ripped the curtain because there was no more. We could go straight to him. If that is not the ultimate love, then you have no idea what love is. Love goes beyond what you see and know. It's about your heart being compatible with God. And it's going back to that joy that it knows so much. And it just joy that's unrecognizable because we don't know it. We don't know what it is to be giddy with God. We don't understand how to just laugh and be. We have forgotten as Christians how to laugh. You know, I said this to a brother. I said, I can't wait to get to heaven. He goes, why not? I said, because when I get to heaven, I'm going to hit Adam. He goes, why? I said, because see, Adam could have asked God for another wife. Just saying. But then he said to me, Adam was so in love with Eve that he was willing to give up God for it. That is heavy. He was willing to give up everything that he knew for her. Isn't that what Jesus did? Gave up everything he knew for you. And he still loves us today. The holidays are coming. Remember that. It's not about your gift. It's about your love. How much do you love? How much do you share in that love? Remember, love is not money. Love is the heart of Christ. Let it shine. Let you shine. Thank you, and God bless for this moment of sharing your heart love with me. Thank you, and God bless.